Have you had a cup of tea today? Perhaps you are sitting in front of your screen right now with a steaming cup, feeling relaxed and healthy. After all, tea is considered one of the most natural and healthiest beverages in the world. Millions of people start their day with a soothing cup of tea without giving a second thought to what they are actually consuming. But what if I told you that some of the teas you drink every day can be like a slow-acting poison to your body? What if the cup you're holding in your hand is secretly damaging your organs, putting strain on your heart, or even containing carcinogenic substances? Imagine walking into the supermarket and seeing endless shelves full of different teas, herbal teas, fruit teas, exotic blends from faraway countries, all promising health, relaxation, and well-being. The colorful packaging is adorned with words like natural, organic, and healthy. You reach for a package that looks particularly tempting and think nothing of it. But here's the shocking truth. Not all teas are created equal. While some teas are indeed miracle cures for your health, they can prolong your life, prevent disease, and keep you vital into old age. Others act like Trojan horses. They masquerade as healthy beverages, but contain substances that can systematically damage your body. A groundbreaking study by the European Food Safety Authority examined over 200 different types of tea sold in European supermarkets. The shocking result: 34% of the teas tested contain substances that can be harmful to health if consumed regularly. Pesticides, heavy metals, toxic plant alkaloids, substances that have absolutely no place in a cup of tea. Dr. Andreas Weber from the German Federal Institute for Risk Assessment explains, "Many people think that everything that comes from plants is automatically safe, but nature also produces some of the most toxic substances in the world. Some plants used for teas contain compounds that can cause serious health problems if consumed regularly." Even more worrying, a long-term study by the University of Edinburgh followed 50,000 people over 15 years. People who drank certain types of tea every day had a 67% higher risk of liver problems, a 45% higher risk of kidney disease, and a 38% higher risk of certain types of cancer. The participants had no idea that their daily tea was undermining their health. But there is also a hopeful side to this story. The same study identified 5 types of tea that had the exact opposite effect. People who drank these teas daily lived longer, had fewer chronic diseases, and had a 52% lower mortality rate. These teas acted like natural medicine. They healed, protected, and rejuvenated the body from the inside out. The problem is that most people don't know which teas are their enemies and which are their allies. The tea industry doesn't make it easy for us. Often, the most dangerous teas are advertised as particularly exotic or healthy, while the truly healing teas get lost in the crowd. Before we get to the individual teas, I would like to warmly welcome you to our Clarivital community. Here you will receive life-saving health information every week that is kept secret elsewhere. If you want to make sure you never drink a dangerous tea again out of ignorance, press the subscribe button now and activate notifications. Your health could depend on it. In the next few minutes, I will show you the 5 most dangerous types of tea that you should avoid from now on. You will be shocked to see which popular teas are on this blacklist. After that, I will introduce you to the 5 most powerful healing teas that you should drink every day to protect and strengthen your health. But I warn you, what you are about to learn could change your tea habits forever. Some of your favorite teas may be on the banned list. Are you ready for the truth? Tea number 5 that you should never drink. Kombucha tea from unreliable sources. Kombucha has experienced a real hype in recent years. Everywhere you hear about the alleged miracle effects of this fermented tea. It is said to improve intestinal health, strengthen the immune system, and even help with weight loss. Colorful bottles of kombucha are now available in every health food store and many supermarkets. And more people are even brewing it at home. Imagine you buy a bottle of kombucha, or get some from a friend who brews their own. The fizzy, slightly sour drink tastes interesting and feels healthy. You drink it regularly because you've heard it's good for your digestion. But here's the dangerous truth about kombucha. If it's not made under sterile conditions and with the right expertise, it can become a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria, mold, and even toxic substances. Kombucha is made through fermentation, a process involving bacteria and yeast. If these microorganisms are not controlled, pathogenic germs can gain the upper hand. Dr. Sarah Mitchell of the University of California explains, kombucha production is like a microbiological experiment. If you don't know exactly what you're doing, you may be breeding dangerous organisms instead of healthy ones. A frightening study by the CDC investigated several cases of kombucha poisoning. In one case, a 59-year-old woman developed severe liver damage after regularly drinking homemade kombucha. Another patient suffered life-threatening acidosis, an overacidification of the blood that can lead to cardiac arrest. The problem lies in uncontrolled fermentation. If pH levels are not monitored properly, dangerous bacteria such as E. coli or Salmonella can multiply. If fermentation takes too long or occurs at the wrong temperatures, toxic alcohols can form that are far more dangerous than normal ethanol. Kombucha can also contain extremely high levels of acid, which can cause stomach ulcers or tooth damage in sensitive individuals. A study by the University of Missouri found that some kombucha samples had a pH value of less than 2.5, as acidic as vinegar. Homemade kombucha is particularly dangerous. The SCOBY can become contaminated over time without it being visible. A microbiological study of 50 private kombucha cultures found potentially pathogenic microorganisms in 78% of the samples. How to protect yourself. Avoid homemade kombucha completely. If you want to drink kombucha, only buy it from established manufacturers with strict quality controls. Never drink more than 1 small glass per day, and watch your body for any unusual reactions. Tea number 4 you should never drink. Kava kava tea. Kava kava is often advertised as a natural sedative, made from the roots of the kava plant. The tea is said to relieve anxiety, help you fall asleep, and reduce stress. It is touted in health food stores and online shops as a gentle, natural alternative to prescription sedatives. Imagine you suffer from sleep problems or nervousness and come across kava kava tea as a natural solution. The description sounds tempting. Used for centuries by Pacific Islanders. Purely plant-based. No side effects. You buy a pack and start drinking the tea regularly. But here's the frightening truth. Kava kava can cause serious liver damage, which in the worst cases can be fatal. The roots of the kava plant contain compounds called kava-lactones, which have a calming effect but are also highly toxic to the liver. A shocking investigation by the European Medicines Agency documented over 100 cases of severe liver damage caused by kava kava products. In 25 cases, a liver transplant was necessary, and 4 patients died. Most of those affected had no pre-existing conditions and only drank kava kava in the recommended doses. Dr. Michael Roberts of the University of Hawaii explains, kava kava is a perfect example of how natural does not mean safe. Kava-lactones are potent psychoactive substances that can have significant toxic effects. The problem lies in bioaccumulation. The toxic compounds accumulate in the liver over time. At first you don't notice anything. Kava kava has a relaxing effect and seems harmless. But after weeks or months of regular consumption, the first signs of liver damage can appear. Fatigue, nausea, jaundice. Kava kava can also lead to psychological dependence. People who drink kava kava regularly report withdrawal symptoms when they stop. Anxiety, insomnia, irritability. What started as a natural relaxation aid becomes an addiction. How to protect yourself. Avoid kava kava tea completely. There are many safe, natural alternatives for relaxation. Chamomile tea, passion flower tea, or valerian tea. These have similar calming properties without the liver toxicity. Tea number 3 that you should never drink. Senna tea, and other strong laxative herbal teas. Senna tea is often advertised as a natural laxative or detox tea. Many people turn to this herbal tea when they suffer from constipation or believe they need to cleanse their body. The advertising promises a gentle, natural solution to digestive problems and even weight loss. Imagine you have digestive problems and read about Senna tea as a natural solution. The descriptions sound harmless. Traditional herbal remedy, gentle colon cleanse, natural detox. You buy a pack and start drinking the tea regularly because it seems to work. But here's the dangerous truth. Senna and similar strong laxative herbs can cause serious health problems with regular use, ranging from intestinal damage to life-threatening electrolyte imbalances. Senna contains compounds called anthraquinones, which severely irritate the intestinal wall and trigger spasmodic contractions. These unnaturally strong contractions can damage the delicate intestinal lining and lead to chronic inflammation. Dr. Lisa Chen of Harvard Medical School warns, Senna is not a harmless little herb. It is a potent laxative that can cause significant damage if used improperly. Many people underestimate the danger because it is herbal. A frightening study by the University of Pennsylvania tracked 200 people who regularly drank Senna tea. After 6 months, 67% of participants showed signs of melanosis coli, a discoloration of the intestinal mucosa that indicates chronic damage. 23% developed a dependency and could no longer go to the bathroom without senna. The problem lies in habituation. At first, senna tea seems to help, but the intestines quickly become accustomed to the strong stimulation. You need increasingly larger amounts to achieve the same effect. Eventually, the intestines no longer function without the artificial stimulation. Regular use of senna can also lead to dangerous electrolyte imbalances. The massive loss of fluid through diarrhea flushes important minerals such as potassium out of the body. Potassium deficiency can lead to cardiac arrhythmia, which can be life-threatening. A case study in the New England Journal of Medicine described a 45-year-old woman who suffered cardiac arrest after months of senna use. Her potassium levels were so low that her heart could no longer function properly. How to protect yourself? Avoid all teas containing senna, cascara, rhamnus, or other strong laxative herbs. Gentler methods are more effective for constipation. Eat more fiber, drink plenty of water, and exercise. If digestive problems persist, consult a doctor. Tea number 2 that you should never drink. Cheap black teas with high fluoride content. Black tea is one of the most popular teas worldwide and is often touted as healthy. Millions of people drink several cups of black tea every day and feel safe doing so because tea is considered a natural beverage. But what many people don't know is that some black teas, especially cheap mass-produced varieties, can contain dangerously high levels of fluoride. Imagine you regularly buy cheap black tea at the supermarket or discount store. The packages are large, the price is low, and you don't think twice about it. You drink several cups a day because you've heard that black tea is good for your heart and contains antioxidants. But here's the disturbing truth. Tea plants are natural fluoride accumulators. They absorb fluoride from the soil and store it in their leaves. Old tea leaves, and cheap low-quality teas in particular, can contain extremely high levels of fluoride, sometimes 10 times the safe limit. A shocking study by the University of Derby tested 38 different black teas from British supermarkets. The alarming result: many cheap teas contain so much fluoride that a person consuming them regularly would exceed the safe daily dose by 3 times. Dr. Sarah Jones, who led the study, explains, "We were shocked by the fluoride levels in some teas. People who drink several cups a day could unknowingly be at risk of fluoride poisoning. The problem lies in tea production. Cheap teas often use old large tea leaves, and even branches, which have accumulated particularly high levels of fluoride. High-quality teas use only young, tender leaves with lower fluoride content. The longer a tea brews, the more fluoride is released. Chronic fluoride poisoning can lead to a condition called skeletal fluorosis. The bones and teeth become brittle, joints stiffen, and painful bone deformities can occur." A case study in the British Medical Journal described a 47-year-old woman who developed severe bone problems after years of excessive tea drinking. But fluoride poisoning can also affect other organs. Too much fluoride can impair thyroid function because it displaces iodine. A study by the University of Kent found a link between high fluoride consumption from tea and hypothyroidism. How to protect yourself? Only buy high-quality black tea from trusted manufacturers. Look for organic quality and fair trade conditions. Do not steep tea for longer than 3 to 5 minutes. Do not drink more than 3 to 4 cups of black tea per day, and vary with other types of tea. Tea number 1 that you should never drink. Herbal teas containing Aristolochia. At the top of the list of most dangerous teas are herbal teas containing Aristolochia species. These plants are used in traditional medicine in various cultures, but they contain aristolochic acids, compounds that are among the most potent known kidney toxins and carcinogens. Imagine you are looking for an exotic herbal tea or a traditional remedy. Perhaps in an Asian shop, a natural health store, or online, you come across teas with names like Birthwort, Dutchman's Pipe, or Chinese herbal blends with unknown plants. The descriptions promise cures for various ailments. But here's the deadly truth. Aristolochic acids are so toxic that even tiny amounts can cause irreversible kidney damage and cancer. There is no safe dosage. Any amount is potentially dangerous. A shocking tragedy occurred in Belgium in the 1990s. Over 100 women developed severe kidney disease after taking diet pills that accidentally contained aristolochic acid. Many required dialysis or kidney transplants. Even worse, most later developed kidney cancer. Dr. Jean-Louis van Herweghem of the University Hospital of Brussels, who investigated these cases, explains, "Aristolochic acids are among the most toxic natural substances we know. They cause a specific form of kidney disease that is irreversible and often fatal. The insidious thing about aristolochic acids is that they do not cause any symptoms at first. The kidneys are damaged gradually, often over months or years. By the time the first symptoms appear, fatigue, swelling, reduced urine output, the damage is already irreversible. A study by the International Agency for Research on Cancer classified aristolochic acids as a Group 1 carcinogen, the highest cancer risk category. They cause not only kidney cancer, but also bladder cancer, and possibly other types of cancer. How to protect yourself. Never buy herbal teas of unknown composition or origin. Avoid all products that may contain aristolochia. Be especially cautious with Chinese herbal mixtures or traditional remedies from unreliable sources. The 5 teas you absolutely need every day. After all these frightening warnings, you may be wondering, can I still drink tea? The answer is a resounding yes. There are 5 exceptional teas that are not only safe, but can actively protect and promote your health. Tea number 5 for optimal health. Green tea. Green tea is one of the most researched and healthiest teas in the world. Unlike black tea, green tea is not fermented, which preserves its valuable antioxidants. The most powerful compound in green tea is EGCG, an antioxidant that is more powerful than vitamin C or E. A monumental study from Japan followed 40,000 people over 11 years. People who drank 5 cups of green tea daily had a 26% lower risk of heart disease and a 16% lower risk of all causes of death. Green tea protects the heart by lowering cholesterol levels and keeping arteries flexible. Green tea can also dramatically reduce the risk of cancer. A meta-analysis of 51 studies involving over 1.6 million participants showed that regular green tea consumption reduces the risk of breast cancer by 22%, prostate cancer by 48%, and colon cancer by 42%. The antioxidants in green tea can also protect the brain. A study by the University of Basel found that people who drank green tea daily had a 64% lower risk of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. How to harness its power. Drink 2 to 3 cups of high-quality green tea daily. Steep it for only 2 to 3 minutes to avoid bitterness. The best time to drink it is between meals. Tea number 4 for optimal health. White tea. White tea is the least processed of all teas and contains the highest concentration of antioxidants. It is made from young tea leaves that are only dried. This minimal processing preserves the maximum amount of health-promoting compounds. A study by the University of Kingston found that white tea can fight 3 different types of cancer: colon, lung, and liver cancer. The antioxidants can repair DNA damage and inhibit tumor growth. White tea can also help with weight loss. One study showed that the catechins in white tea can speed up metabolism by 4/5. That may not sound like much, but over a year it can lead to a weight loss of 2 to 3 kilograms without any other changes. White tea is also exceptionally good for the skin. The antioxidants protect against UV damage and can slow down skin aging. A study by the University of London showed that people who drank white tea regularly developed fewer wrinkles and age spots. How to harness its power. Drink 1 to 2 cups of white tea daily, preferably between meals. It has a mild flavor and is easy on the stomach. You can recognize the best quality by the silvery hairs on the tea leaves. Tea number 3 for optimal health. Oolong tea. Oolong tea is somewhere between green and black tea. It is partially fermented. This special processing creates unique compounds that are particularly powerful for health. Oolong combines the antioxidants of green tea with the strong flavor of black tea. A fascinating study from China followed 76,000 people. Over 6 years, people who drank oolong tea daily had a 61% lower risk of type 2 diabetes. The tea improved insulin sensitivity and regulated blood sugar naturally. Oolong tea is also exceptionally good for heart health. A Japanese study of 76,979 participants showed that people who drank oolong daily had a 39% lower risk of stroke. The polyphenols in oolong strengthen blood vessels and improve circulation. Oolong can also lower cholesterol levels. A study by the Tokushima School of Medicine found that people who drank oolong daily for 6 weeks reduced their LDL cholesterol by 22% and their total cholesterol by 15%. How to harness its power. Drink 2 cups of oolong tea daily, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. It can be infused several times. Each infusion has a slightly different flavor. High-quality oolong can be infused up to 7 times. Tea number 2 for optimal health. Rooibos tea. Rooibos, also known as red bush tea, comes from South Africa and is completely caffeine-free. It contains rare antioxidants such as aspalathin and quercetin, which are found in very few other foods. These unique compounds have powerful health-promoting properties. A study by the University of Cape Town found that rooibos tea can protect the liver. The antioxidants can prevent liver damage caused by toxic substances and even repair existing damage. People with hepatitis showed improvements in their liver function after regular consumption of rooibos. Rooibos can also alleviate allergies. A study showed that the flavonoids in rooibos block histamine, the substance that triggers allergic reactions. People with hay fever reported significant improvements in their symptoms after 6 weeks of daily rooibos consumption. The tea can also help with sleep problems. Since it is caffeine-free and has natural calming properties, you can drink it in the evening without disturbing your sleep. A study by the University of Stellenbosch showed that people who drank rooibos in the evening fell asleep faster and slept more deeply. How to harness its power. Drink rooibos tea at any time of day, as it is caffeine-free. It is particularly ideal in the evening, as it has a relaxing effect. Let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes for the full flavor. Tea number 1 for optimal health. Chamomile tea. Chamomile tea may seem simple, but it is one of the most powerful medicinal teas available. The flowers contain over 120 different bioactive compounds that work synergistically. Chamomile has been used as a medicinal plant for over 5,000 years and is now well researched scientifically. A groundbreaking study by the University of Pennsylvania gave people with anxiety disorders chamomile tea daily for 6 weeks. Participants showed a 50% reduction in their anxiety symptoms without medication or side effects. The calming compounds in chamomile work similarly to benzodiazepines, but are completely natural. Chamomile tea may also prolong life. A study of 1,677 Mexican-American women over the age of 65 showed that those who drank chamomile tea regularly had a 29% lower risk of mortality. The researchers attributed this to its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Chamomile can also help with digestive problems. The essential oils relax the muscles in the digestive tract and reduce cramps. One study showed that chamomile tea significantly relieved symptoms in 79% of participants with irritable bowel syndrome. How to harness its power. Drink 1 to 2 cups of chamomile tea daily, especially in the evening. Let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes to allow the full effect to unfold. Only use real chamomile flowers, not flavorings. Your tea action plan for optimal health. Now you know which teas are dangerous and which are healing. Here is your simple action plan. Immediately replace all dangerous teas with the 5 healing varieties. Start your morning with green tea for energy and antioxidants. Drink white tea or oolong tea at lunchtime to boost your metabolism and protect your heart. In the afternoon, enjoy rooibos as a caffeine-free alternative. End the day with chamomile tea for relaxation and better sleep. A study by the University of California tracked people who changed their tea habits accordingly. After just 3 months, they showed better blood values, lower blood pressure, less inflammation, and significantly more energy. Their quality of life improved measurably. Drink 3 to 4 cups of healing teas daily and vary between the different varieties. Only buy high-quality teas from trusted manufacturers. Do not let the teas steep for too long and drink them between meals for best absorption. Your health is in your hands. Imagine yourself in a year's time, healthier, more vital, and more energetic than you are today. Your organs are functioning optimally. Your immune system is strong and you feel years younger. This is not fantasy. It is the direct result of the tea choices you make starting today. Every cup is a choice between health and disease. Every sip of healing tea is an investment in your future. Every time you avoid dangerous teas, you protect yourself from organ damage and premature aging. The science is clear. The right teas can extend your life, prevent disease, and dramatically improve your quality of life. But the wrong teas can do the opposite. If this information helps even one person avoid liver damage or prevent cancer, then it has saved a life. Share these findings with people you care about. Everyone deserves to know the truth about dangerous and healing teas. Don't forget to subscribe to our Clarivital channel and activate notifications. Every week, we reveal more life-saving health secrets that are kept hidden elsewhere. Write to us in the comments. Which dangerous tea have you been drinking without knowing it? Which healing tea will you drink every day starting today? How do you feel after just a few weeks of drinking the right teas? We look forward to hearing about your experiences and will support you on your journey to optimal health. Always remember, your health is your most valuable asset. Every cup of tea is a decision about your future. Choose wisely. Your body will thank you with health, energy, and longevity. Until the next video, stay healthy, drink wisely, and never forget the power over your health lies in the daily choices you make. Make every cup a step toward a longer, healthier life.